It is Monday night, and we are live here at New Smyrna Speedway for the championship finale of the Slingshot Racing League Short Track Championship. My name is Cam Gillens, and I am here for the Overdrive Autonomia YouTube channel as we are bringing to you live coverage for tonight's championship race. I am so excited to crown a champion here tonight, and we got looks like a six-car field tonight, so we're gonna go straight into our heat race tonight as we start coverage. Uh, as we got the lineup for tonight's heat race, we got the 56 Jacob Phillips starting on the pole, followed by the 52 Johnny Rapp. The starting third is the 60 of Steve Vest. Starting fourth is Braxton Ruiz. Fifth is the 80 of Rob Liedel. And then finish out our field here for the starting grid of tonight's heat race is the 15 of Landon Brown. Looks like we lost Johnny. We're gonna move. There'll be 5 drivers for tonight's heat race, and we're about to go green. And 56 of Jacob Phillips gets to jump on Deweese. It looks like Brown is keeping Deweese right in tow. As Deweese is looking to get on the inside of Phillips. Phillips is driving that real defensive line. Make sure that the door stays closed for Braxton. Let's try to create momentum. They're still go fighting. The back battle between Liedel and Vest here. It looks like Liedel gets on the side of Vest for that 4th position. We'll go back up front as we're already halfway through this heat race. So Braxton is trying to create something there on the bottom line as Phelps is keeping in tow right there in the middle line. As we're going down in the corner. Brown is just keeping these two in tow in case something transpires up here up front. Oh, as Braxton inches away, not quite gets enough momentum to come down, start to pass. As we're going to our white flag. Phillips has still got it up on top. Oh, as they touch on the quarter panel. Looks like Phillips has got the position. He's going to take home the heat win tonight here in New Smyrna. Followed by the 8 of Braxton Ruiz, the 15 of Landon Brown, the 80 of Rob Liedel, and the 60 of Steve Est. All right. As there you go. Had to get some warm up. Looks like Lidl's gonna be on track. Gonna go ahead and bring up the points going into tonight's final race. So you have leading the points is Braxton Deweese, followed by Johnny Rapp in second, Steve Vest in third, Justin Wilson in fourth, Rob Lidl in fifth, Devin Jack in sixth, Ryan Rose in seventh, John Paul Arsenault tied for eighth with Jacob Phillips, Aiden Neese in 10th, Jacob Nickerson in 11th, Benson Weaver in 12th, Landon Brown in 13th, Nathan Gentry in 14th, me tied with Nathan, Paul Hanna in 16th, and Dave Krajewski in 17th. Alright, these drivers get their final laps. Leo goes to the top of the board. As we got 13 seconds left in this warm-up session. Clock strikes 0 on the warm-up as we're about ready to grid up for tonight's feature. Right. Alright, starting grid for tonight's feature. You got the starting on the pole is the 56 of Jacob Phillips, followed by the 8 of Braxton Deweese, the 15th of Landon Brown, the 80 of Rob Lidl in 4th, the 60 of Steve Est in 5th, and we'll see if Johnny makes it up to the grid. It doesn't look like it, so it's gonna be 5-car fields here tonight. Based on that heat race, it's gonna be interesting to see if Phillips here can keep Braxton in tow. Because we got 1 to go. This is where we're about going green, and we're side by side for the lead. Looks like Jacob Phillips has got a position. Oh, he kind of runs Braxton a little wide. It creates some room for him, but Braxton's got to do the crossover on him. Oh, and Phillips loses it. He takes Braxton with him. As we're still green. Wow, that's a little big event transpire. It looks like 80 of Rob Lidl assumes the lead. Followed by Brown and Vest in second and third. It looks like Phillips might have pulled off. We gotta see if there's any noticeable damage on Braxton. He's 5.5 seconds back. See if he can reel these drivers in. As we're gonna go on board with him. So we go back up front, watch the spell between Lidl and Brown. We're gonna go on board with Brown here. Looks like they're starting to push a little in the center. Looks like Braxton's just kind of keep right there at that 5.3 seconds, and we're already 10 laps down of tonight's 35 lap championship race. Looks like if I got some damage after that Phillips spin. Go through the fields. Invest. Fourth. Braxton looks like he's kind of starting to pluck away at it. We have Phillips. Looks like John here did make it late to the party as he's 11 laps down. We'll go back up front. Looks like Brown's maybe starting to inch away in at Lidl. As we're closing up on halfway. Go back through 3 fields. Looks like Braxton maybe inching away at Steve. They're starting to gain it a little bit now. As we're halfway through this race, tires might be coming into play now. As we're back up front, looks like the lead, looks like Lidl's growing the lead to about 1.2 seconds. So we're keeping an eye on where Braxton is. As he's getting into the picture of Vest as Steve goes a little high. Let's go ahead and let Braxton drive right on by. as we're coming up about 13 to go. Looks like Braxton is just keeping steady right about that 5 second mark. We're coming 11 to go here. As Lidl is growing his lead to about 2.3 seconds. As we come 10 to go. As Braxton's starting to chase down his teammate. About second and quarter back from him. We've got 8 laps to go. So like Brown's starting to inch away from Deweese once again. As we're coming to 5 to go this time by. Lidl's growing his lead to 3.5 seconds. There were 3 to go. Deweese is only a second and a half back from his teammate Brown. There's 2 to go at the line. As we're coming down the backstretch. As the 80 of Rob Lidl comes around to take the white flag. As he comes around turn 4, and Rob Lidl will take the win here for week 12 of Slingshot Racing League Short Track Championship and the championship race. Followed by the 15 of Landon Brown. Then in third was our championship winner of the 8 of Braxton Deweese. Go ahead and show the final results. A little bit different tonight than I anticipated. Kind of sucks that what happened between Braxton and Jacob up front, I thought it was going to be a well of a good race between those two. You see, Lidl brings her in winner circle. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can wait for our winners to get up there. Okay, we got two. We got three. All right. We'll go ahead and bring in our championship winner in the third place tonight, the 8 Braxton Deweese. Braxton, Cam in the booth. You got me?
I got you.
Well, that was a little bit different than I'm sure that you were expecting. Know exactly what happened there between you and Jacob there at the start?
Yeah, I don't. He just raised up. I think he saw the start that I got was pretty good compared to the heat race. I didn't start him first in the heat race, and he did and got a real good jump. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
make that mistake for the start for the feature, and we were to his door there. He sent it in there just a little bit harder and slid on up and put us up the track. I don't think he meant to. He said he didn't. I wasn't upset about it. It was what it was, and then I just seen big red car coming down in front of me out of
Mm-hmm.
four. There was just nothing I could do. So, it is what it is. Just like I was telling Landon in the chat that I'm in, you can't win them all. So,
Mm-hmm.
we closed in about 4 seconds there to Landon, and we were closing. We were pretty much running faster lap times than the both
Mm-hmm.
second and first. So it is what it is. We'll take a third.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, you took a third tonight, but you took home the championship, so congratulations on that. Is there anything that really stood out to you this whole season?
Um, the open setups were definitely a change. Um, I don't know if it would have been much different with the fixed setups or not, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I only say that because the same people kind of are slotted in the same spots that we usually run in. I feel like just from the races we've ran all in together, but
Mm-hmm.
having that ability to make changes to your setups and however you like it was definitely good. So I think that was the best thing that stood out to me was being able to make changes to whatever whatever you thought was going to work, whatever you
Mm-hmm.
made work in a test session or whatever. But it's unfortunate that this is going away. Didn't have as much participation as I wanted to, as the league wanted to. But it's cool that we at least picked up a few drivers there at the end and
Mm-hmm.
had a couple good races. The past two races. Wish this one went a little bit better, but just glad we were able to have more cars. So um, we'll be moving on to tonight to finish out the SRL season and move on to
Mm-hmm.
next year with the two series that they got rolling.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Before we let you go, is there any shout outs you want to do?
Yeah, for sure. Interstate Ford, Happy Karaoke, 30 Ups Ice Cream Shop, Allen's Arts Images, Steak Time, Dewey's Reservations, Elevated TV, Paid Leave, Wooden Nickel Band, Ghost Train, Short Track of Horror, Scrum Tires Media, WD Broadcasting Network, Evan Canada Designs, and Our Pizza over in Winchester, Indiana. I appreciate them for sponsoring the Roadster Series. Also, want to give a shout out to Landon Brown. He was racing under the BDR stable, and he was able to was able to beat me. So, I'm happy that he was able to get a third and a second the two races he ran, and we were both able to get on the podium for both the races. So, shout out to him. Hopefully, we can get something rolling next season with late model stocks. Maybe I'm not too sure, but either way. Solid year with the championship with 8 wins and 12 races.
Mm-hmm.
We had 7 wins in a row. So um, I appreciate you for broadcasting when you did. I know there were some races you really just couldn't broadcast, so I don't blame you for that. But I still appreciate you doing what you're doing with the only 4 or 5, 6 cars out here. So
Mm-hmm.
um, looking forward to the next season. Hopefully we can get another championship.
Yep. I look forward to it as well. Again, congratulations on your third place and the uh, championship for the season. And thank you for your time. And we will talk to you later.
I appreciate it, man. We'll see you at Kansas.
Yep. All right, that was the 8 of Braxton Deweese, our champion and third place tonight. We'll go ahead and get our second place for tonight, and that is his teammate, the 15 of Landon Brown. Landon, it's Cam in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Uh, So that, I bet that was a little bit shock to you when you seen Braxton and Jacob got into it in front of you. What was your take on that?
Yeah. It all happened so fast. I thought it was gonna be a caution. I'm honestly really
Mm-hmm.
surprised that it wasn't. I didn't know whether to check up or to keep my foot in it or what. I just ended up keeping
Mm-hmm.
my foot in it and prayed to heavens above that they didn't come up the track into me, and
Mm-hmm.
luckily they didn't. So
How did the setup feel for you?
yeah, yeah. Me and Bryson were talking, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, we both agreed that we needed a little bit more turn in the setup. So, thanks to Braxton for working on the setup a little bit. We made some adjustments. It felt a lot better this week, and
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I had a lot better shot at
Mm-hmm.
running up front. Which, I mean, I guess I technically did with a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of help. But
Mm-hmm.
my goal for this week was to one spot better than last week, and we accomplished that. So pretty happy.
Yeah. It looked like we did a in-car view once or twice, so it almost looked like the car was still a little bit tight at the center. Was that what was going on?
Yeah, yeah. There's still some tightness, and there's still, I think, a couple big changes that we'd have to make to the car to
Mm-hmm.
kind of get the tightness out of it. But yeah, it was still a little bit tight, especially on long runs. But overall, it was better, and just something we have to keep working on.
Mm-hmm. All right. Before I let you go, is there anyone you want to do a shout out to?
Yeah, of course, I have to shout out Braxton Deweese and Braxton Deweese Racing for uh, letting me on in here, driving for him, getting his car, his setup. So
Mm-hmm.
I've enjoyed it. This has been my first two late model races ever, or excuse me, super late model races ever. So they've been really fun. It's been a learning experience, and looking forward to doing some more.
All right. Well, again, congratulations on your second place. It was good to see you these couple races that you did towards the end of our season. Um, yeah, and we will talk to you later.
Thank you.
All right. That was our second place tonight. Is the 15 of Landon Brown. All right. So go ahead and get our winner for tonight's championship race. And that's the 80 of Rob Liedel. Rob, it's Kevin in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
So, well, that was, I'm sure, a little bit shock to you on see Braxton and um, Jacob get into it in front of you. How close were you to getting tangled up into that?
Honestly, I was just, I mean, the way everybody's setups are built, and
Mm-hmm.
especially the way that you got to build the setups in these supers, you have to build them loose in the beginning and let them
Mm-hmm.
tighten up because it doesn't matter what setup you have in it, they always build tight. So you've got to be on pins and needles anyways at the beginning of those races. So I was kind of just waiting and watching and gonna let things settle out. And then I seen it step sideways and I'm like, okay, here we go. And then I almost did the same thing coming off of two after I passed both of them. So, eh, good times.
Yeah.
So,
So I know you've been doing a lot of the SL or super late models, and plus all these races. Is there anything that stood out to you this whole season as it developed along?
I mean, as far as this series goes, I mean, not really. I mean, the fast guys are going to be fast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know that. You watch us every week do this
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I haven't been able to hang out the last couple of weeks because I got a kid in college playing basketball, so he had
Mm-hmm.
basketball games, so I didn't get to race all of the races like I wanted to. But he had the night off, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go out and play and see if I can't disrupt some things. So I did.
Well, again, it doesn't really shock me that you're up there with all the wins that you've been doing in officials these days.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we finished up that. I finished up the tour last night. Um, did not have the result that I wanted, and was still pretty angry about it even this morning. So when I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go run the freaking. I'm gonna go run the track championship. See if I can't just go out there and have a good run and get my confidence back a little bit. And I did. I mean, this is what I run these cars to do, is to go run up front. So I will take it for sure.
Right. All right, before we let you go for tonight, is there any shout outs you want to do?
Well, yeah, as you know, Cam, I got to thank you for putting, the broadcast together, doing the commentating on these things. You do a wonderful job on it. You've gotten better as the season has gone along over the last couple of seasons that you do this stuff. So you're doing an excellent job up there in the booth, making these races exciting, even though we don't have a lot of cars out here. I got to thank SRL for putting this little track championship deal together. It's been a fun little ride. I wish I could have competed more, but I'll still take it. I got to thank my personal sponsors, Hans Collision, Lidl Chiropractic. They're on my real race car that's in the garage. All the guys over at Big Fast Racing, Mythic Metals, Steel Graphics and Designs, Number One Hero Cards, L3D. I got to give Logan a shout out over at V Speed, because I always do, because it's Santa. I mean, it's Christmas time. We've got to give Santa a shout out. I got to thank Justin over at Mile High Driving Academy. I've been getting a little bit of coaching on how to better prepare myself for running these super late models. He's been a very big part in doing that for me. So that's another reason why I've gotten so much better in these cars. And just everybody for tuning in, watching this on your stream. And if you're interested to see what it looks like from my point of view, please give me a follow on Twitch. I stream all of this stuff, and then search me up on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe there. I greatly appreciate it.
All right. Yeah. Thank you again. Congratulations on your win tonight, Rob, and we will talk to you later.
All right, buddy. See ya.
We'll see ya.
Yep.
All right. That was our winner tonight, the 80 of Rob Lidl. All right. Well, that about does us for tonight. Before I let you go ahead and run down the final points. So you got Braxton Lewis taking home the championship, followed by Johnny Rapp in second. Actually, hold on. Make sure that's. There we go. Yep, Johnny Rapp in second. Steve Vest in third. Rob Lidl in fourth. Justin Wilson in fifth. Devin Jack in sixth. Ryan Rose in seventh. John Paul Arsenault in eighth. Tied with Jacob Phillips. Landon Brown in 10th. Aiden Neese in 11th. Jacob Nickerson in 12th. Benson Weaver in 13th. Nathan Gentry tied for 14th with me. Paul Hahn in 16th. And Dave Grajewski rounded out our field this championship. All right, that about does it for me. Been very glad, very happy to bring these two series along for the Slingshot Racing League here on Overdrive Automotive Media YouTube channel. And if you've liked what you've seen, like, share, subscribe, fans, friends, family, everyone. I truly appreciate it, and I'll be back within about just under a month as I start broadcasting the Lake Doucette Motor Speedway's iRacing League's track championship there at North Wilkesboro. So keep an eye up on that. There will be more coming along down the road for Overdrive Automotive Media. So, all right, this has been Cam Gillens for the Overdrive Automotive Media YouTube channel, and we